What's going on, guys? Connor Dove. Today we're out here at the house and we're getting some shots in today with the bow. Whitetail season is approaching, so get your reps in. Today you're going to see me take a couple shots here on the 3D target. We got George out there, the headless deer. He's seen too many arrows in his day. And then after that we're going to do like an in-depth view of my bow, my gear, and my setup and what I take out in the field every day. Let's get the old Ranger out of here. See what we're working with. Too bad. Too bad.
What distance are you shooting from right now, Dove?
We're at 33 on the 3D target. First shot of the day right there. Not bad at all. Only take a couple to get dialed. Pull through that release. That's what I've been focusing on this week. Been increasing my yardage in terms of shots. So when it comes to that, just two quick little keys. Level your bubble in your sight. Anchor your release where it needs to be. And just a slight pull through on your shots. On the longer shots, you know, you don't have a lot of room for error there. So that's just one thing I've been trying to hammer this week. Put this arrow right in that same spot. Come on in, dude. Too bad. You can tell where this target's eating most of his shots. And like I was saying, this thing's seen way too many arrows in its day, but he's still taking some arrows. Right around in here. That's where I need to put it every time. So here we are now. Had a first round, 33 yards at the 3D target down there. Pulling it back now to 45. I want to step out and let some arrows fly, work on more technique, and like I was saying earlier, pulling through your shots, leveling your bubble in your sight, and having a good anchor position. This bag right here is beat through the middle on this yellow bag right out here, if you can see. So I'll be going to that top left or the top right corner, and that's where I'm aiming. So that's where we'll be taking our next shots from. Right down the middle. Guys, welcome back. Just got done shooting some quality reps out there in the pasture today, and let me tell you, it is hot out there. It's been a couple heater days leading up to this. So back in here in the evening time. Now we're going to show you my new bow, my bow setup and my gear setup and everything else. Starting here first, obviously, here's my bow. This is the Mathews V3. This is their 2021 model that they came out with that year. They came out with a 28-inch model, I believe, and this is the 31-inch model. All that is just from the top of this cam to the top of that cam, there's 31 inches, and for the 28-inch model, it's the same. So, like I said, this is the Mathews V3. I have this set at 70 pounds on my pullback, so when I'm at full draw and I'm anchoring, my holding weight is 35 pounds. Going down the bow here, for a long time when I first got into archery, trying to find my setup, you know, through trial and error, I was shooting with a Trophy Ridge 3-pin sight, you know, 20, 30, and 40 yards. I realized quickly that's not what I want. I want something with a housing with 1 pin in terms of like when I'm aiming, I got a clear picture. And on this Spot Hog Fast Eddy, you actually have yardage tape to where if you range whatever you're shooting at, you know, you could dial it up as close as you can. Moving down the bow, I have the Mathews stabilizer. This is the 12-inch model. This is their mountain bow stabilizer. All that allows me to do is keep my bow more level, and for shots, it actually dampens the noise down right here with these noise dampeners. And as well, they have the matching ones on the bow. And then for my release right here, this is my baby. This right here is the Knock To It, made by Knock On. John Dudley, shout out John Dudley, he's a goat. But this right here is a tension-based release. You can see I'm holding it with 3 fingers here. This right here, I call it, you know, just a claw. You would take this, set it on your D-loop, and press this, and that's all you do. And that's just release it, and that's about it. But setting one of these up comes with like a set of Allen keys, and basically just get out there, draw back, find your preferred tension, and that's all that is. And me, I have it set on the lowest setting, so the minute my thumb is grazing this trigger, my arrow is gone. And that's my release. For my arrows, I'm very particular about my arrows. Granted, my bow is set up at 70 pounds. I do shoot a 260 grain arrow. These are the Easton Axis arrows. They are carbon and match grade. I go with a carbon arrow because they're more tougher in terms, you know, I take a shot on a deer and put it through the shoulder. You know, you're going to be bouncing around on shoulder bone, the rib cage, and a lot of other things. So a carbon arrow is what I want to go with, so I can get that punching power in terms of my shots. It's got 3 fletchings on it, nothing fancy, green and white, but these are cut at 30 inches as well, and that's what my draw length is at 30 inches. I love those arrows, I can't get enough of them. And then going through here, I have my Sitka pack made by Sitka. This houses my binoculars that are sitting right in here. It's got another pocket right here for my releases, and then I also have my rangefinder in here, and then just some bow wax. You know, you can never go wrong with keeping a thing of bow wax on you. So that's what I have right here. This is my everyday, and this is what I take out into the field. Couldn't go anywhere else without it. And one thing I also forgot to mention was this little guy right here. So as you can see, it's basically a bow rest, and what I got it for is basically what you're seeing it do. And that's all. And it comes in handy. You can find them at your local bow shop, clip it to the bottom of your bow, and that's all that is. So basically a little limb system. Coming over here now, this is all brand new. I had actually just gotten this in. So first, what you see here is an easy green bow vise. This right here allows you to hold your bow at a level plane to where if you're wanting to do any type of minor adjustments to it, you know, you're tying in a new D-loop, especially for like a Spot Hog, where you have on here, you have a bubble, and what you have on the Spot Hog is a first, second, and third axis. You want to be able to set your second and third axis to where when you take your bow into the field, your bubble is naturally level whenever you get it centered, and you can do that using a bow vise. And so there's a lot of things you can do with the bow vise, but right here is where all the magic happens. And this is an easy green bow press made by Last Chance Archery. It's really great because it really complements the Mathews bows as well. I'll give you all a little piece of knowledge here if you didn't know. Mathews, on their bows, make a knob right here on the top of your cam and then on your bottom of your cam, right? And you can see a 31-inch model right here. I'll bring you over here. If you're looking down here, you have all the sizes right here, and like I was saying, like a Mathews 28-inch model, and then you got a 31-inch model. You're gonna go to push your bow in here, and those clips I was talking about earlier. Actually, let me get some more space in here. But those clips I was talking about earlier fit right into those grooves, and that's what they're made for on a bow press, so you don't damage your limbs. That's one thing you want to keep in mind when you're even pressing a bow. Get it on out there. So you want to fit those right there on top of each other, right? See how that's a good fit? Here we go. You're going to want to turn that down, get some tension on it. Let's set the other side. Now I'm going to bring this in. I'm basically going to repeat the same thing for the bottom of the bow. A shout out to Mathews too, because this makes it so simple. I'll drop these teeth right down on there. There she is. And now from here, you can do a lot of things with your bow. Okay, now that you have it in the press, you have it secured. You're making sure you're not going to damage any of your limbs. I'm not going to do these things, but just showing you what you could do. You could totally restring your bow here. You could take off your cams, tie a new D-loop, tie a new peep sight in there. You can basically do anything you want with a bow press and a bow vise in your garage. And with our setup and the way TFATP's rolling, we're very on the go here and there. Kansas one weekend, Montana the next weekend, Florida fishing. So we're all over the place. And I like to be able to come back here and fine tune things. And it's really just a great place to where everybody on TFATP can come here and I can reflex your arrows, I can tune your bows for you. And that's basically the shop here for TFATP. Thanks for sticking around.